Yeah,
So what you can do is go check us out on check us out live on YouTube.
Yep, we're there.
How do they do that, Booker?
I'll send them. I will send them the information.
Okay.
And how to check
It
us
looks
out.
like we still have one here.
Oh yeah, we're live on Facebook over here. We're live on Facebook and live on YouTube.
Okay. So we are live on Facebook and we are live on YouTube.
Yes, we are.
So go check us out, and then you can see the show. We're about to kick off into some fantastic music. So I'm going to talk about. Excuse me.
I'm so excited about this live on YouTube. We've never done
I
it.
love
That's
it.
awesome.
I love it. We will be there. We will show love to.
We love you.
Since they are
Live stream.
So I tell you what, we have some fans. The fans that we do have that somehow we seem to be on Facebook
Yeah,
on one of the platforms. So I won't talk too much.
Yeah.
Now, we don't want to get excited and say,
Yeah.
what? We didn't shut everything down? Go, hurry up. So we don't want to do that. But why don't we thank some of those people, Booker, for hanging in there with us. And meanwhile, I'm going to tell you a few things why Booker is setting that up. Okay, wait, let me turn this to you.
I'll get over it.
Yeah. Why don't you show some love to the people that are hanging out with us today?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? It's your boy Booker. Yo, what's up, yo? How y'all doing today? I got Hope online. I got Michael. Nelson, how you doing, brother? I have, what's I got on here? Shane. Denise, Shane, how you doing? Oh, Mamba from Canada, the champ.
Oh, my man, Mamba.
In the building. Jessica, how you doing? Good morning, everybody. Bless you for being part of the Beat of the Street show. Hope you guys are checking us out. Again, we'll be talking about the events that are coming up very soon, so please put a gentle ear to what we're doing, man. What's up? Jay Riz is in the building from Las Vegas. Tony. What up, Tony? We got Mark Thornton in the house. How you doing, y'all? Ladies and gentlemen, we bless you for being a part of the show, man. It is always an honor and a blessing. We give it all up to God, and always give it up because there's a lot of crazy things going on, ladies and gentlemen. If you do not know already, it is insane out there right now. You need to know what is going on. What is going on in the town here?
But you know what? As I said earlier, keep your head to the sky.
Hi. Hi.
That's right. So meanwhile, we're going to talk about what's happening. We're going to go into that segment. For those of you who are brand new to the show, as you know, we have several components that make up the show. One, we have the opening. Two, we thank our wonderful sponsors, which is Steakhouse 9 and Over Easy. And then secondly, we go into what's happening in the neighborhood. Now, it just so happens that here at Makeshift, because we like to show love at Makeshift, for those of you, actually, you know what? Booker, why don't you tell them about our studio here? Because we don't often go over that.
We really don't. We really don't.
So why don't you tell them what's going on here at the studio? Because it's a lot that goes on here at Makeshift. And once you get through with that, we're going to go into starting off with a little bit of our music. Now, not so much the events, but just, all of the things that we do here.
Well, to give you an example of what we do here, one, we give back to the community. We're a community-based radio station that is a nonprofit, so please donate. I'm always going to cry about donating.
Get that money.
$50,000, $20,000, $5, $1. It costs more to go to coffee. And also, 1 second, ladies and gentlemen, we have a caller here. And give it up to Makeshift and KZEC radio station. Big ups to the director. That is Katie Gray. Big ups to my man Forrest. Big up to all the staff that are working it out in here. It's really awesome, man. Bless you guys for providing a place for the youth and artists to play live.
Now, how can I help?
That's what I'm talking about. It's going to be amazing things going on in the house, y'all. We love you. We are blessed to have you part of our life. Blessed to have you in the radio station with us. Join us and hang out. If you're a business, if you're indie artist about the community, come join us at the hangout. or give us a call at 360-933-44 what? 07.
Oh, yeah.
360-933-4407 to win your gift certificate to Over Easy or Steakhouse
Well,
Live.
I think I want to turn out the show, you know. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I have one of our main man on the line. This is from our old brother in the Nubba. If we have J Riz out of Las Vegas. Yeah, we're going to put you on speaker there, J Riz. So, how's it going in Las Vegas there?
It's good. At the end of the month, I'm going to be hightailing the East Coast to Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh man, you leaving?
Wait.
You
Let's do the Michael Jackson. Back it up, moonwalking. Okay, you said what now?
I'm going to Atlanta, Georgia.
So you are moving to Atlanta, Georgia.
I am.
Wow, man! Did the dam break for you?
Well, not entirely.
Okay.
Online, but not
Okay, all right. Well, you know, I'm just checking. You know, but a leak came through. Is what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Okay, so a leak enough that you can put a little bit of sail, like a little bit of like those little bubble ships that they do in the backyard. All right. So good. When do you take off to Atlanta?
The 26th.
26, man, that's coming up.
That's real soon.
Yeah.
Well, I
Y'all
tell
been
you what,
packing? Yes, we've been packing.
when you get down there, you better plug in to the music scene and let them know about the show. 94.9 KZAX FM, because as you know, some of the best music in the world, and some of not only presently, but from the past, Babyface.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, so I just want to check in real quick with you guys. I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. I got a customer coming in, but I'll let y'all know.
Make that money.
Big ups to my man that I'm still in a group with, J Riz.
He's got to go. He got to make that money. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was one of our deep love friends.
Still in the group with me.
And he's part of the group
Unlisted.
Unlisted Reality. Yes, and bring it. In fact, we want you to go and check out some of their cuts.
Oh, yeah.
And actually, what we will do is see if we can pull one up
Oh, yeah.
that we can play here, so that you know, we try not to we make sure that we are even-handed. That's why we don't play a whole lot, because we don't want to look like we're pushing personal boats.
Right.
But because he's getting ready to take off to Atlanta, he's going to be that much further away. We're going to play one of the Unlisted Reality songs coming up a little later.
Yeah.
But right now in the show, I'm going to put some music on. We've been talking quite a bit. And again, we appreciate you. We appreciate our sponsor, Steakhouse 9 and Over Easy. And we're going to play a cut by a young man. We've been playing this guy here for a couple of weeks. We featured him, I think, like 4 months ago. But he's a pastor up in but in Vancouver, BC. As you know, this is the gospel part. We play all genres of music, and we like to start with gospel because it's the foundation by which Booker and I both stand on. We could not make it through a day if we didn't have the foundation of the gospel and the spirit underneath us. So we start there. Later we'll be coming back here to Bellingham, but we're gonna play a cut by this young man. Let's see here. What cut are we going to play here? We are going to play
it's about to get.
Be Not Afraid.
Don't be afraid, y'all.
We want to say that.
Hey.
Hands levitating round the clouds. Man, we celebrating full crowd. Got my hair, it's no battle. Got a word ran with it, so the blessed follow. Satisfaction guarantee, won't even deliver it, deliver it. Did it before. fresh and coming out. Let the harvest now we digging in. Grace took the gift and sent away. Faith got me access to the safe. A great side, coming up. Blaze now, side to side. Looking for the ladder, rain, sand, wiggle metal. Counted on joy to the battle, metal saddle. Pursue up, take cover all without fail. So the hell with a lost we
So the hell is it all?
I'm living. I will restore your energy. Be not afraid. I'm living.
Hey!
You will be satisfied in me. Be not. This is so ridiculous. We marching through the wilderness for way too long, but this is it. We got to enter red land as we live in. Giants coming with it. They've been keeping others out till we decided to be lenders. Got a star in the farm. Can I be in a high cargo? I follow and I follow. Do not worry about tomorrow, cause the hollow and the trouble stick me up, Clyde Darrow. When all is said and done, they won't be funny. Will Pharaoh. Hey, Christ, not easy. That'll snatch you out of your to make your life look easy. Kept the Kevin Bacon mess around and got footloose. Take they keep on breaking, we ain't never been forsaken. So forever keep a Thanksgiving. Yeah. When you walking through the valley, keep your hands lifted. Remember, he don't never sleep or slumber when they go ahead and rest. No the lumberjack, he handle it. Believe it. Double for your trouble, get your bonds ready. The river running wild, it's from the levee. Spring up the well, release the confetti. Let the bomb let me. You know, hey, devil for your trouble, get your bonds ready. The river running wild, we just on the levee. Spring up the well, release the confetti. Hey, be not afraid. I'm living.
Brush it up.
I will restore your energy.
Yes, he will.
Be not afraid.
Be not afraid.
I'm living. You will be satisfied.
Hey!
Be not.
Like the Holy Ghost up in here, y'all. He's catching it. He's catching it. Oh!
Hey!
Off the chain, man. The Beat the Streets doing things with local
Yeah.
artists, man. We love y'all.
Yes, yes, yes. We had to get our
Be
groove
not afraid.
on.
No.
Give me a
No. Be not
Yes.
afraid. Be afraid.
had to catch my breath because I was
Be
getting it
not
on.
afraid.
Again. That is and was Pastor Terrence Richmond out of Vancouver, BC, with Be Not Afraid.
Be not afraid.
He's got a pretty cool album.
Uh-uh.
He's got 17 cuts on there.
Shut up and pray for me.
That is the name of the album.
That is a, hey, shut up and pray for me. You know what I mean? Hold on.
I love it. Shut up and pray for me. That's the name of that cut. And we just want to present that. The reason why I like that cut, because you know that we have the gospel explosion coming up here at two different locations. One at Over Easy on, let me see here. Let me check the dates right.
What up, Tony? What up, yo? How you doing, brother?
We have that coming up on
October 25th.
25th.
Yep.
From 6 to 7:30.
Yes, sir.
And then in September the 29th at Steakhouse 9,
September before October.
we have on a Sunday from 2 to 4. We're kind of going into what's happening here as well. What's happening in the neighborhood.
Talk about it. What is happening in the neighborhood?
And Booker, why don't you explain briefly about the gospel explosion? Let's do it in this kind of scenario. Why are we doing? I'm going to interview. Why are we doing the gospel explosion? What's the purpose of that?
The purpose of the gospel explosion is to open up our eyes and our ears to the vision and praise and lovely music of all the gospel artists out all around.
That's right. That's right. And
It's music, just like any other music, bro.
now let me ask you this: Is the music? Now we just heard Pastor Terrence, right?
Yeah.
which is kind of progressive.
I love it.
Can you imagine going to his church and then all of a sudden he's going, well, we're going to go from the book of Hebrew and we're going to talk about verse 1 through 5. And he talks about it. And then all of a sudden he go, be not afraid.
Yeah.
I am in thee.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the crowd, the group rises up out of the choir and they start going. They be like,
man.
they start rapping like that.
I don't know about you, DJ
Wow.
Osco One. That's the kind of place I love worship, and of course I love the word. I love the word after the worship and before or after.
Yeah.
To fill my cup, as they would say, fill your cup when it's empty with the word.
There you go.
That's from praise to what God is telling you to say to people through the word that's in the Bible. That's always the truth, never a lie.
Oh.
So I'm just going deep with it.
He didn't start preaching.
So I mean that's the truth though. That's just real
I'm
talk.
with you.
I mean,
I'm with you.
we always act like that ain't the truth. You know, sometimes it's hard to get in there, but we need to get in there.
So
that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, so all kinds of gospel music.
I mean, you got hip hop, you got pop, you got reggae. I've heard reggae gospel.
Oh yeah.
Oh, African
we got it here.
reggae gospel.
Wait a minute, I'm gonna pull that.
I'm trying to tell y'all, we used to, hey, while he's doing that, we used to do a thing out in Beaverton, Oregon, Portland, Oregon, where we went into the bars and brought gospel, spoken word, and hip hop in the same
Speaking of
show.
Jay Riz, he's a part of that.
Yeah, Jabers was a part of that movement in the name of Jesus. He was in it. Unlisted Reality, we were doing a movement. My man Rob C., the 12 people that was on the street team, everybody, big ups to the movement.
Oh yeah.
Big ups to the movement. Club Fusi.
That's
Fashion,
it.
creative, inventive individuals.
No, you got it wrong.
Oh, say it again. Fashion, creative.
No, it's fun,
Unique,
creative
individuals.
There you go. Okay.
It was a fashion too.
I had to.
Good.
Oh, it was fashion. But anyway, just so we don't get out. So we have that coming up at September
29th.
29th.
Yes, sir.
And how did you get into that show?
One, you have to two ways. One, send us your music, and then two is make sure you're on our page on the Beat of the Streets on Facebook, so we can actually talk to you through our page. Three is that you have to be in the movement. You could be a secular artist and sing about Jesus, because I know a lot of people that sing regular songs but sing gospel too. Contact us. Let us know that you want to be a part of this movement.
Okay. And then there's a fee. It's not a fee to get in, but a fee for what?
There's a fee for charging at. It's a fee to buy a all-you-can-eat buffet September 29th. All you can eat. And let me tell you real quick what you're going to get with that.
All you can eat.
All you can eat. I mean, we are talking about Steakhouse 9.
You're talking about some trouble.
I'm talking about all you can eat right after church. You don't need to go nowhere. If you get a chance, it's all you can eat. $15. Buffet includes barbecue chicken breast. Did you hear me? Oh, DJ Osco. Barbecue chicken breast, roasted red potatoes, cornbread muffins, Caesar salad.
No. Wait a minute.
No, I said it.
In Linden?
In Linden, cornbread muffins and Caesar salad.
I know some people laughing.
And a $3 mimosa specials.
Mimosa?
$3 mimosa special.
Oh, boy, they going all across.
That's what I'm talking about. They're going off the chain, man. The gospel explosion is going to be huge. It's going to be at Steakhouse 9 in Linden.
Okay, so that's coming up. And
September 29th.
September 29th. We want you to join us. Also, can you do a specific shout out to the gospel indie potential artists out there? Because I think there's a whole
roster
of people that are not being served that need to know that they have a place that they can
All right,
be heard.
so this is what I'm going to do, DJ.
Not only here, but everywhere.
This is all over. I'm going to talk to you Facebook and I'm going to talk to you live. Listen up. DJ Booker and DJ Old School One is talking to you. If you are an indie artist or not an indie artist that do gospel, reach out to us and let us hear you. We want to show you some love on the gospel explosion in your town or in Bellingham. If you want to bring us to you, contact us and we'll tell you how we can do that. This is all about the movement. This is about you. Be heard. If you're in a worship team and you're behind the scenes and you want to be heard, you write music. You're like, hey, I'm a writer, or I want to become a writer. We want to inspire that movement. My girl, Destiny Smith, she hit me up on a message after the last practice and said these exact words: bless you for making this happen for individuals that are wanting to get outside of their comfort zone or haven't had a chance to be heard. She is a writer and aspiring singer. Big ups to her. Big ups to my man Mark, that's part of the show too. And
Right.
I'm telling you, it's going to be amazing. And big ups to Jen Ryan. That is explosive. She was on the Bellingham Idol out here. It's explosive. I mean, it's very passionate, but I want you to know this is from kids up. I mean, say you got a 10-year-old that sings gospel, that plays keyboard, that wants to get out there and sing, that wants to be a writer. Inspire them to make the move. Don't hold them back. Don't hold the chains, break the chains. Like they said that song, break the chains.
Break those chains.
Yep. The shackles are off of me now. That is redeemed.
Meanwhile, I'm going to present an artist out of Portland, Oregon.
Oh,
His name is Oracle, and Oracle is coming at you with, let's see, what cut is this? This is cut number 11.
cut number 11.
Send my regards.
Send them.
Another gospel artist.
Yeah. See, gospel is hot and fire too. It ain't just all about the slow music. It's about the hip hop. It's about the movements in your soul. Let's get.
Send my regards. It's a send my regards. I say goodbye to the driveway. Send my regards. I'm navigating a new road. My GPS is what I read in the text. People keep doing what they agree with and delete and the rest. I'm talking about God and blood and eating his flesh. Hard commands that we would rather leave and repress than apply them to our lives and put our freedom in check. We would die with the Father when the lead of his steps, mapping out our own direction towards the region of death. I used to purchase switchers to split and fill them with cabbage, but now the path I'm on is thin as Kevin Durant is. My list of chicks go from a couple dozen to one, but not because I'm great, it's my grace, I've trusted the Son. Jesus is the never with paper, mercy and love. Take witness to his eternal dwelling, despite rebelling. Many answer that did I stay steering to their destruction. People follow the lane of obeying the Lord's instructions. We'll roll on the road less traveled, and though it's in
about 12:30, I need to go out there. That's 2 hours. I got here. To me, I gotta go out there at 12:30.
Send my regards. Send my regards. Send my regards.
I'm gonna go check where you playing. They're not messing around.
I guess we feel that God's standards are now irrelevant, and with them removed from our government schools and residents, neglecting narrow to follow the plan is granted, where the Lord is absent and all his commandments banished. We want to act like sin doesn't exist. Sexually over revelry, do whatever you wish. But we can't pick and choose which parts of the Bible that will accept, because what you just generated is an idol. Simple and plain, we don't want to change. Reject the light to walk in darkness on that broad way and broad day. God's ways only appeal to a few. If you know the Lord, your actions will reveal that you do. Thinking you'll get a free ride like a college recruit. But death only has 2 doors, call it a coupe. Heaven or hell, we're not as certain we're perfect, but 1 Corinthians 6, 9, and 10 remains true. Come roll on the road, let's travel. And though it's sin, it's how men can be saved. Some of them already get over to Rome on the globe travel. But be aware that it ends in the grave. I'm in that lane leading to the city of God. Shout out to the Broadway, send my regards. Yeah. You can send my regards. Say what up to the Broadway. Send my regards. Yeah, you can send my regards. I say goodbye to the Broadway. Send my regards. Enter through the narrow gate. For wide is the gate, and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate, and narrow the road that leads to life, and only a few find it. Come roll on the road, let's travel. And though it's sin, it's how men can be saved. The majority get over to Rome on the globe travel. But be aware that it ends in the grave. I'm in that market gold. Your find is the prime place in market court.
Oh, yeah. Bill, them that song?
As you,
I'm even able to get mine on. All right. That was, I'm going to tell you, that was my main man, Oracle, out of Portland, Oregon. The name of his album is Time Capsule. And I have him playing in the background quite a bit. He has 15 cuts on there, another indie artist, a gospel indie artist. And he is the executive producer of that. And man, another undiscovered artist has not been played on the radio station. And I got to tell you, I'm glad that I want to thank a sister out of Portland, Oregon. Her name is Andrea. She sent me this cut. She says, hey, you know what? Could you give this young brother a try? He's been trying to get his music on the radio forever, and he just can't do it. He can't find a way. And I told him that I knew you personally. And so could you do me this favor? And you know what? It wasn't a favor. Once I heard the cut, I was like, you're doing me a favor.
Yeah, he blessed us.
You doing me a favor.
He
by
blessed
allowing
up. Bless
me
up. They
to
call
play
it bless
this.
up.
So, check him out. Hopefully he's on Oracle. Hopefully he's on Spotify or one of the other online platforms that you can check him out. His name is Oracle, and the title of the CD is called Time Capsule. He's got some great cuts on that. And earlier you heard Pastor Terrence. Let's see, let me get his album up here, his cover. Earlier you heard Shut Up and Pray For Him.
Shut up. I'm sorry. I would love to play this at where I work tonight.
I know.
Shut up and pray for me. Stop complaining about what I do and help a brother out.
No, he said it like they do down south.
Yeah.
He didn't say pray for me. He said shut up and pray for me.
Yeah, pray for me.
Pray for me.
Yeah, I like
pray
it.
for him.
I love it.
Pray for him. Pray for him.
Pray for me.
So in any case, those are the two cuts you just heard.
What's up, Michael Miller?
Yes, we got Michael Miller, who is on checking us out there. We want to thank him for checking in, some of the other people. Again, for those who are just checking in with us, we were on last week, but we were shut down by Facebook. And so this week, we want to thank them for allowing us to be back on. The excuse they gave was that we were playing unauthorized music, but what I find funny about that is everything we play is authorized because we are a radio station. We are a actual live radio station. That is all of the credentials. So that doesn't hold water. So we want to thank them for letting us back on this week. J-Riz said we're running on a delay. So I'm sure they're probably just running us on a delay, Booker, so that they can
On the Facebook one.
yeah,
Over there,
on
the big
Facebook,
one.
so
Not
that
this
they
one,
can
that one.
see what we're doing, so they can cut us when they get ready. But meanwhile, if you want to check us out live on YouTube, you can do so as well. We're going straight live on YouTube. We will always be going live on YouTube. That way, you can always catch us and hear some of the best of indie music artists from around the world. As you know, we always start off with 3 songs from the gospel community. And right now we're playing, earlier when we were playing gospel, we were playing more traditional songs. We're really pushing the limit now with rap artists and pop artists and R&B artists of gospel, because there's so many aspects of music out there, and we want to present you with all of it because that's what we do. We want to reach out as well to the country artists because we want to play country. We want to present the country music, and there's so many different versions of the country music because we are not, let me say it again, the BODS radio, Beat of the Street show is not genre specific. What we are specific in our airplay is the indie artists. That is what we are specific about. So we want you to know that. But meanwhile, getting back to some music, Booker, you were talking about the reggae gospel.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you guys to take a listen at this cut here. This is by Meremy. This is and it's produced by Mark C. And this group is out of Africa. And this is a gospel version that they created as well. This is kind of a reggae, African. You can hear the roots of Africa in there. Anyway, we'll let you hear it.
Hey, what's up,
Testify of your words. Wonderful King, every creation testify of your words. Oh, no, Father, how beautiful I was. You created everything. Oh, what a wonder you are. How patience and thy words. You created everything. Oh, what a wonder you are. The sun testifies. Shines around. And the trees are evidence of your word. Oh, the sun testifies. Shines around. The trees are evidence of your word.
Roxy, what's up?
Faithful God, faithful creator, look what you've done. You looked at all you created, and you saw that it was good. The sun testifies, the moon shines in our blessed creator. No, 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 no. Your creation testifies.
Oh, I know you love it. Get in on that one. Here we go. Here we go.
The way I
need to have the as we take out this DJ Osco one. We need to start
Yes.
listen what I'm about to say here. Besides that global show we're talking about, remember that?
Yes.
That's still in the works, but we got to get a couple of some traction, some other things. But just wait, we got a lot of stuff coming to you.
Oh, yes.
A lot of stuff, man.
Boy, that
We don't
was,
even want to talk about the Boz Gospel. Look, I'm gonna say it like this: the Boz Gospel Explosion Music Awards.
Now he's
Yeah.
stepping all over the place.
Yeah, but you know it's
But
real.
meanwhile,
You know it's real.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I want to show some love to that group. But that's very, very
Oh my
fine.
God. How do I get that?
Man,
How do I get that? I
that
gotta get
is Marry Me, Every Creation by Mark C.
that. Yes.
And let me spell that for you. MEREMJ. Every Creation. That is a cut,
That's
brother.
fire, bro. And it,
I
really,
mean-
it just gets in your soul.
It pulls up the African roots. It has that reggae to it. It has that the djembe playing.
Yeah.
I love that djembe.
Oh, yeah. I used to be in the
Yeah.
drum circle.
Yeah, that's right. I used to have a
Yeah.
drum circle. We be
I-
tearing it up.
oh my gosh. And it started with only three of us, then it turned into
Yeah.
a huge.
Oh yeah. We had people coming from everywhere to be in on that. But
So
in any
you
case,
understand things happen.
that concludes our gospel segment. And as always, if there are gospel artists out there, we definitely want you to send your music in. We don't care if it's country gospel. We don't care if it's alternative gospel.
Right.
We don't care if it is off the chart gospel
Yeah.
or traditional. You just send it in to us. We'll give it a listen. And one thing we guarantee is that we will put you into the music rotation. So, man, I'm fired up. I love that we
May I
start.
talk about that real quick? I'm glad you touched
Okay.
on the rotation. If you want to be heard more, that's
Okay.
from the gospel stuff,
That's, yeah, there you
or
go. I know where you're going.
the,
That's good. That's good.
or the indie music. We're gonna play you once. We guarantee we're gonna play you once. But if you want to be heard more, have your people, your following, or the people you're trying to help follow you, or new followers, request you. Call up and say, hey, look, I want to hear Jay Silver. I want to hear Sin. I want to hear Just Me. I want to hear, all these different talent, all these different talents we have in Bellingham, Portland, all over the world, from Arkansas to, we got artists from Africa, Germany,
Greenland.
California,
Greenland.
Greenland.
Speaking of Greenland.
Guys, we really got to help support these artists make their next move. Hey, a new one that we came across real quick.
Hold on. Let me really push something you said,
Talk
because
about
you didn't push it hard enough. He guaranteed that we will play it once, and we do. We will listen. We get so much music in, and we want to make sure that everybody is heard from the indie artist perspective. But in order for you to be heard consistently and more, it has to follow two categories. And he touched on it, but I want to push it hard, because we want the indie artists. You have to be involved in making your career grow. You have to be. You can't just send something in and lay back and go, where's my money? Or I'm a big star, or whatever. Mom and pop will tell you, oh, son, you're good. Or if mom and pop don't like what you're doing, and then your friends go, wow, you're the best thing since Jay-Z. You can't just leave it at that. You got to work.
You're right.
This is a big, hard, fast-paced industry.
Man, even in the indie world.
I've been in this industry now for 50 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time, years old.
50 years. No, I started very young.
But God's good.
I started
You don't
very
look
young.
nowhere near that 50
Let me
years
tell
ago.
you. Let me tell you briefly. I started around people like Little Richard. I was a kid. I'm watching them perform right before my eyes, before they were Billy Preston.
I don't think they're really hearing that you're actually there.
Billy Preston, here we go around in circle.
Yeah.
I know the way he always did that little.
Yeah.
Like Billy Preston, who was hotter than firecracker already, but when the Beatles took him with them to do several tours, and he played that organ, he just blew up. And B.B. King, all of these people, I was young enough to see them, and those people worked their blank off. They did. They
Nobody
just
sat around just for
they worked their blank off. So getting back to the point is what most indie artists, we've done research on this time and time again. Most indie artists have a minimum of 50 followers.
Yeah.
Minimum of 50 followers. Now let me do the math for you. You send your music into us and you hit the criteria. Tell them what the criteria is, first of all. They keep sending us these links and stuff. So can you please break down the criteria?
Again, I understand a lot of people put their music on Spotify. They upload it there, and they expect people to go to your links. I had a person tell me, "Hey, I got a link." We don't want your links. I don't want to have to work hard to look for your music. MP3. Send it in an MP3 to the beat of Dstreets at gmail.com. He can spell it and all that stuff.
Let me just say it right quick.
Say it real quick.
BEAT, beat,
Mm-hmm.
OF, DSTREETS at Gmail. BEATOF, DSTREETS at Gmail. That's all you got to do. Please do that for us. We are putting together a website to make it even easier, but for now, that's what we got. Okay, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Tracy Dorothy.
Yes.
Just popped in.
Oh, Tracy Dorsey, thank you for just popping in.
Kenny Allen.
And then we got Terry Donnelly, my sister from another mother.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something. You get to meet a lot of good people in the world. I'm segueing off of here. I'm kind of going off track, but that's the reason why I do this is because survey also shows that we always present the negative, right?
Yeah, we're always talking about
We hear more negative than we do positive. And I just want to tell you that there's several people in my life that are just super special.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone that I know is super special, but I'm talking about like over the 5-star element. And Terry Donnelly and Kenny Burke are two of those people that has been very motivational and inspirational in my life over time. So she just popped in. So we want to show the love to all of those people who are popping in. And thank you so much. But in any case, back to the business at hand. Indie artists, how you can be heard on a consistent basis. You have to fit 2 categories. One, you can push those 50 people that you have to call in and say, hey, you just say, hey, people, I just had my music played on the BODs, 94.9 up in Bellingham, and they're cracking. And they played my music, and I want you, as a fan of my base, to call in. You want to give them the number, Booker?
You want to call in to get heard, to request 360-933-4407. I know by heart right now. 360-933-4407. Again, that is 360-933-4407.
Okay, so he said it for people all over the world, just so that you know. He went to Bunnings, and he also went classic, the English language. So in any case, you have them to call in or go to the same beat of the street and request your music, and we will play it more and more and more. And guess what? The more your music gets played, the more you get paid. Hello. Get that money. That's what it ends up being about, is making you all sustainable. So please do that, please. And also go to our page, Beat of the Street, Facebook, and like us. And that way you know everything that's going down, when it goes down, and at the exact time that it goes down. So in any case, speaking of moving on, we just completed our gospel foundational start. We're going to go local. We're going to go local to 94.9 KZAX LPFM in Bellingham. We want you to hear the latest from the artist. This is one artist that's trending. He's actually going to be in one of our shows coming up it's coming up to be, we're going to say to be a, but as a secret. But TBA, you didn't hear that.
September 12th, October 12th.
Oh, okay. He just corrected. It's supposed to be secret anyway.
You whispered.
But we're setting that up now. And we want you to definitely be a part of that. It's part of our, it's actually part of our, the Bod's AT series. This is an artist trending. We'll talk to you when we come back on that. But meanwhile, this is Jay Silver with On My Own.
First the show was so loaded. They don't know Jordan the guy. They know the poet. I've opened the door wide. I still find myself so low. The only person there to pick me up is myself. Could tell, but I'll be damned if I'll let anybody else. Is it home?
What's up, Kitty? Alan, what's up, yo?
I ain't never listening. I'm fucking hard at hitting television. Eyes on the prize.
Big up to all you guys on Facebook, YouTube.
Let's go rock to we got anybody stay there. I know they think we have to leave this music. You can be great, but it has to be essential to it. And I'm gonna be the best of a attempted to do it. You don't have to love me. I can do that on my own.
Hey, big ups, man. We got Nina in the house. We got Wendy Bill in the house. How you doing? Wait, guys, Christine, hey. Versatile in the building. Marlon Dwayne, hey. How y'all doing, man? We love you guys, man. You look at what we're doing, man. Send your music to us at Beat of the Streets. Join the page. That's Beat of the Streets on Facebook, Instagram. All right, we're gonna have some live YouTube. We've been doing our live feed now. You'll see the channel. You look up Beat the Streets, page, you'll see it all in there. Holla.
Introduce it to the music, shooting the soul, putting fire in your belly, it's elusive and no. I think we only got to know we didn't like what you guys. Hiding in the darkness while I'm writing this part. Parts are growing harder with the singing along, but my soul is growing warmer when I'm singing this song. So you don't have to love me, I can do that on my own. You don't have to want me, I can do this on my own. I can do it, I can do this, I can do it on my own. I don't need nobody, no, 'cause I can do this on my own.
On my own. You saw that there, boy. That's a nice little, yeah, that's a nice little, yeah. I can do it on my own. No, can we change it?
Yes. And Booker adding that nice little piece that goes right along with it. So, Jay Silver, if you're listening, you need to do a remix. When you do that remix, you add these backup vocals that you got in your corner from 94.9 The Bod Show.
Yes.
Meanwhile, let me just talk about, as those of you, real quickly, a part of our show, we start off with our thanking our sponsors.
Yeah.
And our sponsors are, Booker.
Our sponsors are Steakhouse 9 in Linden, Washington. Also brought to you by Over Easy off James Street in Bellingham, Washington.
There you go. And I got to tell you real quick, because we wasn't on Facebook to begin with.
Right.
They had shut us down, but they now, I think they heard the message. We want to thank them first of all.
Thank you, Facebook.
We
Thank you.
We are your partners. We are bringing more people to you. So we thank you that you understood that we are literally a radio station that is governed by all of the airways regulation. So we can play all the music that
We can do it.
And so when they, well, I won't get into that. So meanwhile, maybe you've researched that now that you see that we are. And so we want to thank you for allowing us to get to our fans, because last week was a big upset.
Yeah, I was going to say, we had a great show.
We had a great show, and we were upset that our fans couldn't hear us. But meanwhile, we're back on the air. We're back on the air. And also, we want you to know that you can join us now live on YouTube as well. And Booker, where do they go to find us?
You're gonna go to the Beat of these Streets. It's gonna say you type in Beat of these Streets, Kzax and some, and Beat of the Streets and the other.
There you go. And we will pop
And I'll
up
be sharing
live.
it on the Beat of these Streets page. So if you're not friends with us, you won't see it.
So if you miss it, you can join us. But
That's
meanwhile, we're going to talk a bit about Sam.
Damn!
Sam.
Damn!
Sam. Ooh, boy, that's a good. That's a nice note. Sam is our social awareness moment time, where we bring you various things that either are directly perspective of the indie artists, information that you can use to further your careers, or something that is going on socially in the environment that maybe you should be writing about as an indie artist. In fact, I was watching a program. I'm going to segue off here, stray off, I should say. I was watching a program the other morning. I think it's the Today Show, and they were talking to, I can't remember the artist, and the artist was making an appeal. This was a well-known artist, so I feel embarrassed that I can't remember the name. But in any case, he was making an appeal that the new and upcoming, as well as the old artists that has been making tons of money on the bling side, that they need to kind of pull up the bootstraps.
Okay.
He said, you done made your money. And he said, from the perspective that you've made your money, now you should start looking at, because things were getting so desperate out here in the community, that now they need to start writing music that was conscious, because people are dying for it. Because he had an analogy that because they were dealing with so much, and there is the releasing of the dark side of most of us humans, because that seems to be what's being encouraged. And he just felt that there were some shining spirits out there as artists that need to go ahead and relinquish, because they got the cash. There's only so much cash you can make, and start writing conscious music so that people can hear some positive stuff, and they're gonna love it just as much as he said, and from his mouth, and they're gonna give them the same love and buy the music even more, he felt. So in any case, our Sam damn moment is social awareness moment. So I'm gonna talk about music first. The top indie songs as ranked by Ranker. Yes, there's a new app that you can go to and listen at music and rank it. And so the top 10 songs that has come out this past week was, the number one song is by Tyrone Snooze and Grace Vanderwall. I'm going to play just tiny snippets of it, but that's what they're saying is the number one tune. Let's see if we can get it to come up. I had it coming up earlier this week. Yeah, Grace Vanderwall, the number one tune.
Wanna write a song that you can hear it. Know how my heart yearns and how my insides churn and how my cheeks burn from the weekly storm, and how my face turns before you return to the wall and then down the floor. But I keep only seeing rain. I will say no, but you keep calling in my brain. I wanna get lost, run away. In the dark is where I'll stray.
Yeah. I'm going to keep running underneath while we talk a little bit. They rank that as number one Grace Vanderwall, called Stray. So Booker,
See, indie?
all of these artists are indie. I'm only presenting indie right
Oh,
now.
that's all we do, baby.
That's all we do.
That's
So
all we do.
I want them to hear what they consider the top 10. So this was
It's
one.
interesting. It is interesting, though.
She's got an interesting voice. It's not the same, but I would put it kind of in the same running vein as Amy Winehouse.
Yeah. Alanis Morissette, yes, yeah.
That sort of root.
Yeah.
That soulful style. But anyway, that's what they said is number one. I'm gonna hit number two. Number two is Tame Impala. I always love these names. Number two is what they're saying is Tame Impala. This is Borderline. And let's see what you think. Again, we're don't shoot the messenger. We're just presenting on the new app called Ranker.com. You can go check it out. I'm sure there's probably a method to put your music on there and then to start having it ranked as well. I think it's good. And in fact, once we get our site up, Booker, the bots, we will do the same thing.
Yeah, they can send it in, have people rank it.
Here we go. Tame Impala. Borderline.
Asking how I managed to end up in this place, and I couldn't get away. There's going to be a fun, be a positive place.
Yes, that was Borderline, and that's Tame Impala. That is number two on Ranker as the number two most requested. Number three is from Claro, and it's called Bags and Claro.
I can't hear you.
Yes, that was Borderline. Tame Impala, as listed as number two on Ranker. Number three is Bags from Claro. This is more folk style. It's interesting.
I guess it's kind of what it's spoken of the towards your
That is Claro with Bags. Number four is ranked on Ranker. And number three, sorry. Number four is Bad Guys as Bad Guy, and this is Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish.
and this is the album.
Oh,
White shirt, now red, my blood, you know sleeping. You're on your tippy toes creeping. Look around like no one knows. Think you're so criminal. Bruises on both my knees for you. Don't say thank you. Oh please, I do what I want when I'm wanting to. My soul so cynical. So you're a tough guy, like you really rough guy. Just can't get enough guy, just always a rough guy. I'm that bad type, make your mama sad type, make your girlfriend mad type, might seduce your dad type. I'm the bad guy. Duh.
Bad guy.
I like it.
gotta
It was
tell you,
different. I like it.
I like it. It's different. I tell you what, you got to check the video out on Billie Eilish. It's pretty interesting. I'm not sure if Billie is a boy or girl. It doesn't matter.
Nowadays, I don't know.
It doesn't matter, but I got to tell you, I'm not sure. Because she says I'm a bad guy, or he says I'm a bad guy. But he looks like a girl. But the video, I got to tell you, that video is really interesting. The video itself is I got to tell you, it's very cool. But it's combination.
So it's
So
most definitely gonna do it. That's most definitely gonna do it.
that was number 4, Bad Guy by Billie Eilish. And this is number 5, Doing Time, Lana Del Rey. Doing Time, Lana Del Rey. Uh-oh. She's going back.
All the people in the dance will agree that we're well qualified to represent the LBC. Me and we gonna
How y'all doing, man? Much love to you. Love you.
the rhythm, it gets harder. Me and my girl, the love is so bad, but she treats me like shit. I'm locked down like a penitentiary. She's prison when she gets
Yes. So that was Lana Del Rey, Doing Time for number 5. We had to bring her short. You know why. It's called Imagination, Foster the People. Imagination, which is number 6. Sorry. Lana Del Rey is number 5. And number 6 is Foster the People. That's the name of the group, Foster the People, and the name of the song is Imagination.
I wouldn't try to throw myself away. If you ask me, I say, to be careful, my love, I can't believe the same. If you want me, I say, don't keep me waiting for it. We can't change the things we can't control. The summer, so it shouldn't be so cold. But you can't even look me in the eye if you try. We can try, I see us dancing by ourselves. We do it better with no one around.
Yes. That was Imagination call from the group Foster the People. I want to welcome my son on the line. Arte is watching. So
Hey, what up?
thank you for chiming in on your old man pops. Yes. So again, we are going through the Ranker. It's a new online service where you can go and rank the artists that you like, and based on how much they get the requests or say that they like, they do a top 10. So the top 10 this week, I'm going through the rotation there and going to number 7, the Black Keys. The Black Keys. That's interesting. Isn't there some other group called the Black Keys or the Black?
Black Eyed Peas.
Well, I know the Black Eyed Peas, but in any case, we'll move right along with this interesting looking cover. They have a electric chair for the cover. So I'm going to be really monitoring this in case I have to pull it down fast.
Good turn.
Walk Across the Water by the Black Keys.
I can really wait to get older. You, I wanna feel the love past my love. Always come running when you want me to. I think no one else above. Only when I'm dreaming of. You should have told me love has got a hold of me.
Yeah, that is the Black Keys with Walk Across the Water. It's not anywhere close to it, but it kind of has that feeling to me of Prince when he did a slow song like that. You remember what was that song? I can't think of the song right now, but it very much reminds me of that. Anyway, number 8 is The River by Aurora.
That song's called Baby, Baby, Baby. By Prince.
Oh,
Baby, baby, baby.
okay. Yeah, I knew it was one of them. Yeah, that's right. That's it. And this one is The River by Aurora. Number 8.
Black people in there. You know, it's black people ain't never heard this side or something because they have black songs up there. Interesting.
Well, you know, we got to get active.
Oh,
Send our music in.
that's what I'm like, what's going on?
Like us.
I'm like, you notice they're all videos too. Oh, not all of them, but
Indie.
they're
Nice
all
video.
indie videos.
Those
So
are
I'm
nice.
saying those are videos. They're all indie videos.
Yeah. Nice. I like that.
Yeah, it's interesting. Very neat.
That is River. That is River by Aurora. And the video is very neat. You can tell that these indie artists, some of them, have
Very
really
creative.
put in the work
Mhm.
for their music to be seen and heard. So that's so let's go. We got to run through this fast because we have a lot more show to go through. We've got "Are You Bored Yet" by Wallace Claro. That's not a question that we're asking. We don't want you to get there. But we want to present the top 10 because we're all about indie, so we got to be there. So bear with us on this.
strong. You've been asking, but I don't have an answer. How come? I'm still thinking, let's pretend to fall asleep now. When we get old, will we regret this? Too young to think about all that shit.
Too young to think all about blank. That's why you got to come down. Okay. But in any case, that is Are You Bored Yet by Wallows Claro. And we're going to move on with that. We're going into, that's number 9. Number 10. We're going to stop here on number 10 is Hey Mom by Born Iver. Hey Mom by Born Iver as the top 10 indie songs of this week as presented on Ranker.com.
You know you won't be up where you wanted it to hold it. You're back and forth with that. I waited outside. I was looking on dope. I hope that it'll go in a minute. And the past that you know. I wanted all that brown sugar. I wanted all that.
Anyway, that is the top 10 rating coming to you from a new app called Ranker. And well, it's not new. It's been around for a minute, but it's new to us here on the Boz. And we are doing that because we want to present what they are saying from a nationwide survey of what's considered the top 10 artists. Now, Booker, I want you to chime in. I'm going to let them play underneath us since we didn't have it where the people online could hear it. Can you tell me what you said? I mean, we don't hide nothing on here as long as it fits the regulations of the airways. But you said something.
I said something that was real.
And I want to chime in on.
I said something real.
Okay.
Two things with that. One, I didn't hear any minority music on there.
Okay.
And I specifically said I don't hear no black singers.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now you have the advantage of seeing it, seeing the video live. So that was one of your reasons, and then
Pure singing too, though.
and seeing too, you didn't hear what you call that grind.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything.
Okay. Well, here's what my response was. I said, well, you know what? We got to show up at the table.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get real now. Which is why we're presenting all of this information on the airwaves here at the Boz. We want you to know all of the different platforms that you can take advantage of.
Yes, sir.
So there is no excuse if you're an indie artist and you're one of color, and we just told you about Ranker, and you want to have your music heard. Not only that, if going back to what we said about AT series,
Yeah.
artists complain that they don't have radio stations that play their music,
Right.
or they complain, oh, I can't I can't get to those big names. I live in a small town, and so on and so forth. Well, you know what? We are ripping away the excuses.
Talk about it.
We're ripping away the excuses. So just as Booker said on the ranker.com, well, we just presented that to you. So if you're an artist, that Booker just said, he didn't see anything that was of color. So we're saying, now you got the information. Go to Ranker, upload your music, or find out how you do that, and put it on there, because people from around the world are requesting these people, and that's where they're coming up with the top 10.
That's right.
Now that song was "Are You Bored Yet?" They're like, you yawning now. You know Facebook people can see you. Are you bored
Yeah, I was yawning.
yet?
I'm not bored. I'm hungry.
Okay. Well, you live. You can't hide that. So
I'm hungry.
You got to keep that going. So, but anyway, getting back to the business at hand. I just wanted him to present that comment
That's
live, because we're transparent. We don't fake here. We're gonna come with it.
Yeah.
And so when he said that, I wanted you to hear what my response was. We got to come to the table, and we got to come to the table prepared and ready to be engaging. So you got the information, ranker.com. They're not a sponsor or anything. It's just that we're searching high and low everywhere we go to try and give you the best information so you can do for show. Okay?
For sure.
That's it.
Open your horizons.
So please do that. Please go to the Beat of the Street, Beat of the DSTREEDS. It's right there.
Yeah.
And tell your friends to go there. Tell your friends to go there and request your music. Send your music. Booker, again, you want to tell them how to send their music?
You want to send your music, ladies and gentlemen, you want to send it by MP3. Stop. I'm going to say it right now, DJ Old School.
Say it.
If you send your music in a link, I'm going to delete it. I'm not going to listen to it, because I'm going to send you an email back saying, may I please have a MP3 format? Thank you.
Now, let me explain why he's saying that. Okay? Because people are going to say, well, I know their name is DJ Old School and DJ Booker, so they must be out of date. Everybody sends in links. Everybody. Well, no. As a radio station, we either get copies, we get an EP, or, as he said, an MP3, because we don't have time. We have hundreds and hundreds of people sending in their music. So we try to get through it. We have so much information, which is why we've been blessed to be expanded into 2 hours. So, and we are a talk music radio format. So we want you to be educated as an indie artist, how to become sustainable, how to make that money.
Talk about it.
So in any case, that was the top 10 songs as listed on Ranker. And so we want to, again, thank Ranker for being a part of that. And let's see, what else can we get into today? We're at 12:38. Man, I tell you, time flies when you're having fun. So let me get to the rest of the Sam time. Weekend review from a music perspective. Raylo recruits Kevin Gates to join Trouble for the Bad Intention remix. Okay, the Bad Intention remix premiere. Rick Ross responds to Nicki Minaj Apple of My Eye blast in his interview. I'm not going to get into it. I just want to tell you about it. You can go check it out. Just go check out Rick Ross responds to Nicki Minaj Apple of My Eye blast in new interview. T.I. unveils Nipsey Hussle tribute exhibit at Atlanta Trap Music Museum. And J. Riz, you go check that out for us, and tell us what you see, and then we'll interview you about the Atlanta Trap Music Museum, because he's going to be in the midst of all of that hot action down there in Atlanta, and we'll have to go visit him since we didn't get to go visit him in Vegas, so we missed that boat,
Yeah,
but
okay.
we can jump on the Atlanta boat, which is even more exciting. I've been to it, but not on any extensive basis.
Right.
So in any case, that kind of wraps up. There's a lot more I got to tell you on what's happening in the world, but I just did not want to go there today. There's so much negative going on that I just didn't want to go there today. You know how that goes. And boy, what can I say about that? There's just so much going on. Meanwhile, we haven't played one of our who always gets love from the people. And he was in our first AT series.
Sure was.
And ladies and gentlemen, from Bellingham, Mr. Deadly D.
Oh, that was my man Daily D right there, killing it. He was amazing at our last Beat of the Street AT series at the makeshift off the chain. If you missed it, you missed a great show. The next one going to come up here is Oceans by Infants. Play a little of that for you, ladies and gentlemen. I look forward to playing that song.
This is something I have to do, got to passion. Complacence is more dangerous than action. Cover the fabric where I am, restless from not acting. If I get some buzz, will I be more static? I hope not. I'm part with massive ideas. It could be classic and obvious assets to obvious facets of obvious trapped in the rhymes. Here do that till my mind's clear. I make the music that's magic to my ears. Have to adapt to survive with the passions attacking alive. Yeah, rapping, cashing is tight. Like I'm living in my field around my life. Through the blood, sweat, tears that I write. Nigga, this the day I ride, and for that I'm free. When I look into the mirror, I see my face. It came along with me so fake. Said goes, not a kid. It's watching them take shape. Hold so through mistakes. Like some more in the breaks. Knowing that the lack of control is in my state. Wait, so cold in the wake of the shoulders of giants we stand on today. Up into the ocean, the fate is unknown, but the words will be spoken. That's how I was raised. Hip hop isn't meant to be stagnant. It's meant to move around the map with. Gotta call a play by the card when a day spent all I have saved on this rap shit. Hit the road with a backpack and a snapback. Couple friends with, and I haven't looked back yet. Too much slang for skate practice. Need more bandwidth. Next time, gotta bring the bandwidth. 2,000 miles from the fam in a mattress. Learning everyday things that I bring back in. I will call in my absence, but the ticket is to be prison when I'm rapping because they won't put their hands to the ceiling. If they don't feel what I'm feeling, if you don't know me after this song, then our time is wasted. The moment is gone. Welcome to the raw, the rough, the uncut thoughts that are untouched, raw from the jaw. Welcome to the unrest that comes with the schools and the jumps. It's the waves that are unmixed on the way to success. I am a project, get with me and stay the hell out of my process. If you just here for the stardust, then you don't deserve to celebrate our progress. This is the grid in the midst of our harvest. Shed it if it still remains unconquered. Broken completeness and cousin asleep. To be Mr. Dias and artists, we have not departed. We have only just started. Running from follow along, we'll let them have theirs. We will have bars, so we are not scared. We are just scars, behind bars, we call ourselves. Ironic, they call it a cell. We have to rebel, think for ourselves. But right now, you're right now, we're under the spell. I do this for Dallas and Jonah and Sean. That's why I thrive in a song. Make it just the day I ride, and for that I am free. When I look into the mirror, I see a face that came along with me. Some face that goes out of kids, watching them take shape. Going slow through his age, like some more in the breaks. Knowing that the lack of control is in my state. We look so calm in the way, get the shoulders of giants, we stand up today. Dive into the ocean, the fate is an over. The words I'll be spoken, that's how I was raised. The face came along with me. Some face that goes out of kids, watching them take shape. Slow through his age, like some moment of breaks. Knowing that the lack of control is in my state. Wait, so calm in the way, get the shoulders of giants, we stand out today. Dive into the ocean, the fate is an over. The words will be spoken, that's how I was raised.
All right. That was Invictus
Yeah, I love it.
out of Bellingham.
Bellingham/Seattle.
So in any case, we mentioned earlier that we had J-Riz
That's right.
on the line
G-Riz is
who's going to Atlanta,
He's moving to Atlanta.
and he's in a group called,
Unlisted Reality.
which makes up DJ Booker and
J-Riz.
J-Riz.
It used to be at 5 of us. Now it's 2 of us.
Yeah, just 5, but as you know, life goes on and things change.
Life goes on.
One thing that hasn't changed is that Unlisted Reality is still a reality.
Still kicking.
So we're going to play that tune as we move closer toward the hour of getting out of here. I know I've had a fantastic time. We do want to take this moment for thanking
Our sponsors, that is brought to you by Steakhouse 9. Also brought to you by Over Easy in Bellingham. And if you didn't know, Steakhouse 9 is in Linden, Washington.
Yes. And meanwhile, I hope you are having a good time here on the show because we are certainly having a good time. Booker, why don't you give the setup of this song?
This song right here is called
Go ahead.
More Than Words by Unlisted Reality. Devontae, JG, and J-Riz.
But you ain't used to that kind of love.
perfect. We look back on our lives, let it go, baby, alone. So baby, don't. Just because it's Thursday, both one's a short one, but one's a tough one, bigger than me.
Hey,
No,
that's J-Riz right there.
sitting right by your phone.
That boy, DJ Hooker's next.
Read the words and have tears of joy, 'cause you're around me.
I believe that. Believe that you,
Watching your heart of God,
just like a reef right relieving. Like it was to be. I'm in my destiny. It will be that from this day on. So baby, don't all right, so get back. Quiet.
comes a time in your life when you feel so right, like you met the one in your dream. And every time we kiss inside the stars align, wondering if this can be. I know you never felt this before, and I promise you'll never have to run no more. Baby, you're the one, so baby, don't oh, baby, you have my
Keep it going, Booker.
Comes the time in your life when you feel so right. You found the one of your dreams. I love it. That's what I'm talking about. That is Unlisted Reality back in the day with our manager right here, sitting right here, that he does not say, Mr. Old School One. We managed an amazing group back then, and we had the honor of working with my dude. We was traveling, doing all kind of shows all over, open up from Sinbad to E40 to major executives on the bus and casinos. We did it all, y'all.
Yeah, man, I tell you.
Got a chance to sign on for 3 labels.
That's a meanwhile, though, back to that cut. That's a tough cut.
But thank you.
Yeah, that's a tough cut. I mean, the beat of that has
Like a live.
you know, it has a lot of different flavors. It a little bit of Spanish feeling to it, but yeah, I really enjoyed that, man. You guys were cutting it up.
I appreciate it.
And that's out of Portland, Oregon. So we've
Portland got a lot of talent. DJ Old School.
well, it's now, I say out of Portland, Oregon, but everybody's gone now. Actually,
Yeah, there's only 2 of us. Only 2 of us left. One is moving to Atlanta, and one lives in Bellingham.
Well, yeah.
We still got an album on the way. It's gospel and inspiration music.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's really powerful. Really powerful.
Well, meanwhile, we're gonna blast. We started in Bellingham. We now are going to go through the world. This is out of California.
Cali in the building.
This is Jesse Johnson. You and I are we are us.
Yes.
Get it on.
Let's get it.
Listen to the word.
It's time to feel what's real.
Coming off.
Reunite before we sell these drugs. You and I are really alright. Got me hurting now, the road to fight for don't let her mother's find you. I are really alright. Reunite before we sell these drugs. You and I are really alright. You're in hurting now, the road to fight for us. All we need is to track us responsibility. And I almost first, I'm next to an your eyes, your prize, we're gonna survive. From you to me, I'm really trying to fight for your pride.
Get it.
Let's just fight. Fight for me. Go for what we want to get just what we need. You and I are really alright. Reunite before we sell these drugs. You and I are really alright. Got me hurting now, come on to fight.
Come on, come on. Hey, feel it in your soul. Come on. Woo! We up here getting hot and sweaty.
Yes. You
What's up, y'all?
and I
Jerry, how you
are
doing,
we
Nathan,
and us.
how you doing, y'all? Bless you guys for being a part of the
That's
show
by
today.
Jesse Johnson. If you've been on the show with us for a while, you know that we have literally gone across the world with music, starting with gospel. We had some great artists in the gospel set. We had some local artists coming out of Bellingham. We gave you the top 10 as by Ranker.
Yes.
Go check out Ranker if you want to have your music voted on from around the world.
We need to
Ranker, RANKER.com. We don't have anything to do with them, but what we have everything to do with them is that we want you, the independent artists, to be heard everywhere that you can be seen. So we're giving you the information. You know what? It's been a fun, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday. to you.
Wait a minute, you know what I'm saying? Wait a minute. What's all this saying going up here now?
Happy Friday.
No, look at Hennessy. You sound like a slave up in here, you know what I'm saying?
We got Bernie Smack.
Oh, no, you didn't. I said one time. Said it one time.
Bernie Smack coming up.
Yeah, I'm talking smack. What is all that old folk little slavery music going on up in here? Oh, Friday. We got whipped on Friday, too. Where my money at? I've been waiting in the hallway the whole time. Hot. It's hot up in here. What y'all trying to do? Make us black with all the heat going on up in here? I'm hot.
Bernie Smack, what is all this about the money? You ain't done nothing. You come in here blasting the door open.
Yes, that's right. It's hot.
And then you start demanding money. What did you do?
All I did, one second, I talked to your boy DJ Book. He said to me one day, he said this. He said, look, when I come up in here, you gonna pay me at least $5. I need to get $5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what $5 is?
Well,
I know, brother. I know you went to school. You know, you went to college and things. I know that. I know that. You got my $5. I need to buy a coffee next door or something like that. You know what I'm saying? A piece of candy. I said a piece, like half the candy,
well,
for $5. You know what I'm saying?
Let me explain something to you.
Well, tell me one thing.
And I only got so many minutes to tell you, so I'm gonna make this quick.
It's hot.
$5 you should be paying us because you are on 94.9 KZAX LPFM in Bellingham.
What?
So this is a listener sponsored.
Oh, I hear what you're saying.
So all of a sudden you coming up in here trying to take the profit.
My bad, player.
You coming trying to take the profit. What you ought to be doing is trying to promote our sponsors for us before we go off the air. Can you do something as simple as that?
I got you a little something, you know what I'm saying? So I got it here one time, you know what I'm saying? So, just to tell you, mother, something real quick, you know what I'm saying? I got one thing I want to say one time, but that $5, I got to earn my money, you know what I'm saying? So I got the thing, what's the thing called up in Linden with all the, okay, are we going to be up in Steakhouse 9? I said Steakhouse 9. They got that Linden, Washington. Yeah, all the chesters that they owe me some money too. Then we got over easy up in Bellingham. Watch off of James Street. You know what I'm saying? I love to do that. Yes, sir. I love it. But can I get my $5 now?
No, you're gonna give. You're gonna donate.
Oh, I'm gonna donate.
So let's do this before we get out of here. Another thing, thank you. First of all, thank you for thanking the sponsors.
Thank you.
Secondly, why don't you tell them about the gospel explosion that's coming up and the dates for that so they can be ready for that?
Lord.
Because you may just show up to that,
you never know.
Even though anytime gospel shows up around you get a little hairy and a little scary.
I get hot.
That's probably the heathen in you.
I get hot, you know what I'm saying? Because I got lots of ladies and things, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk to my ladies up there. Oh, take care of her, brother. You know I don't work. So I got to take care of that business, you know what I'm saying? I got a 4, 5, 6 of them. So anyways, y'all, just to talk about real quick, we got September 29th, and the gospel is closing up in the Steakhouse 9s, you know what I'm saying, on the 9s golf course. I go out there and get my player list on. That's what I'm talking about. We got Jen Ryan up in there. We got my man Mark up in there, and we got Destiny Smith in the building. They're going to rock the house for you. They're going to keep it so hot. So hot, I'm going to get hot and give me some free food, maybe. I like a little, if you pay 15 for my monies.
No, look like you didn't have enough food.
Oh, okay. I love you. I'm going to get out of here. It's hot.
You didn't have enough food.
They got too much slavery hot going on. I love you, man. Love you. I'm out, bro.
But anyway.
Love you. DJ
That's
Old
the
School,
show
my
coming
foot,
up.
Sugarfoot.
That is the show that's coming up. We want to thank you for Happy Friday.
Yeah.
Happy Friday. DJ Booker, can you give him the foot?
I already did.
Actually, you don't want to give him the foot because he can get pretty crazy.
He get pretty nasty.
But can you nicely ask Bernie Smack to get out of here?
Yeah, I already did, bro. I escorted him myself. You know, I had to let him know, like, bro, you don't just pop in here like that. You got a schedule.
Well, plus we're a show for everybody. He come in and talk about his women and all that.
I know. Tell me he don't work, man. Get a job.
Anyway, ladies and
sweat
gentlemen,
all over to see Jerry Curl
spitting. Bernie Smack. That's why they call him Bernie Smack.
I love it.
You know, for spitting.
We
should call him Bernie Spitting.
Yeah. All about how we had to keep turning hot breath.
Showering us and everything else. Anyway,
we love y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, we had a great show today as always. First of all, thanking the sponsors Over Easy and Steakhouse 9. And secondly, I want to give a heartfelt thank you to Facebook for really going the mile today. I know it's a bit of confusion. They didn't realize who we were and what we were trying to do. but they allowed us to continue our show today, which brought back our fans. So we are
Love you.
very,
Love you
very
guys.
thankful.
Peace on that.
But on the other hand, I want you to know if they ever act up like that again, you can see us on YouTube Live. So we will take our people.
Yeah.
We will take our people over there as well. So meanwhile, we're here. We thank you. We want to let you. We want to not let that go unknown. That we
That's
really
right.
appreciate that.
That's right.
You know, it's there can always be confusion, but there's got to be understanding to
Yes.
bring it up from the confusion. So now we hope you are not confused.
So, and on that note, DJ Old School One,
Yeah.
I just want to give a big shout out to all the people who went through the suffering at Avalon and Babylon that burned down.
Yeah. Oh,
It's crazy. And now, Forrest worked there too.
oh
Forrest was the main person there. Kevin worked there. He was a manager there that owns the studio.
Wow.
That-
Hold on a
it
second.
burned down. Yeah, bro. They caught on fire. It was all over Facebook.
Do they know what happened?
No, I haven't heard anything. I have to ask him later so we can
Yeah.
talk about it. Maybe I could bring him and have him talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, we'll talk about
Just
that
about
next week.
how
How we
rebuilding
can support.
how we can rebuild it. Also, real quick, man, Facebook and also live now. Listen, my boy Wee from the beach at Birch Bay is in the hospital for trying to help the owner. Somebody attacked him, man. We broke his leg in 2 spots, man. Big up to my man John for being
Whoa.
there to help him out, man.
Wow.
Yeah, man. They're doing a
A
big
lot of
fundraiser on the 30th for that, yo.
Okay. Well,
Please be
we'll
a
keep
part
you
of
posted about
KZAX,
that.
Be the Streets. We'll be there to help, man.
And also, we are a listener-sponsored radio.
Send some
So
money in.
go to the website. That's Makeshift. Go there and show your love, because if you like what we do, you can show us through donations. Nothing is too small. Nothing is too large. So for all of those big shots out there who used to be in Justin Bieber, Kanye, P. Diddy,
Come
on.
LeBron James.
Money.
I'm calling you building schools. Can we get some money?
there you go.
Love you,
Send
man.
that money.
We love all you, man. Send some money
And also,
donations.
Ellen, I know you
Ellen
like
DeGeneres, yes,
support.
yes.
Ellen DeGeneres,
Mhm.
I know you like support. In fact, Ellen, you need to get us up in your show.
Yeah, we need to do the bonds at your spot.
That's right. So we can tear it down in there.
Yeah,
But
we can show you what we
anyway,
got, baby.
we ain't afraid of nothing. We ask for everything. There's
Yes.
nothing that you can't ask for
Nothing bigger than him.
when you believe. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to The Bods, Beat of the Street, brought to you by
94.9 KZAX LPFM in Bellingham. And your sponsor is Steakhouse 9 and Over Easy. Over Easy is in Bellingham, Washington, and Steakhouse 9 is in Linden.
That's
Holler
right.
for
And we want you to support us in every way you can. We will be back next week from 11 to 1 o'clock with the best of indie music. Yes.
Big shout out to my boy, 91.7 Jerome, DJ out there killing it with MCing last night.
Hey,
He was at the spot last night. Studio B, he was killing. He
Yeah.
was MCing, man. He was doing a great job. A lot of indie artists. You better reaching out to, man. Big ups to you, man, and bless you. And where are we going tomorrow?
tomorrow we are headed to Kent,
Washington.
Washington
To see.
for the Big Nas show.
Woo!
The Nas is back on the scene. We'll be doing some interviews. We'll be behind stage. We will be shaking and making.
Man.
Oh, yeah. We'll
And
be
you know
there.
our swag is going to be off the chain, so you already know.
Oh, yeah. We'll be all out there
It's
with
swagged
the
up.
industry. So I think that's just about it.
Yeah. Love you guys, man.
Love you. And as always, when I close, I wish you love, peace, and follow the way.
That's what I'm talking about. Love somebody.
We're out of here. That's
Ah!
right. That's good. Go love,
Love
somebody.
somebody. Go instead of hating, go love. There's a lot of crazy drivers and people that are suffering, man. Love somebody. Do something for somebody you never done nothing for.
That's right.
All right.
In fact, let's elaborate on that. People, because of all of the cloud that seems to be hanging over America, not only America, but the world, but let's just talk about America because we're here. We have to do something to show our love to another brother, another sister. Let's not propagate hate. Let's support loving kindness and positive vibrations. As our brother Bob Marley said, gotta spread that peace. Gotta spread that love. Out of here.
All the streets now.
Hey, 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 be in the street now. Hey, hey, be in the street now.
Hey, you gotta talk about it. You gotta shout about it.
You gotta know about it. You gotta shout about it. Hey,
Hey,
hey, be in the streets now.
we gonna talk to you really quick over here, real fast. Let you guys know, Studio B was off the chain last night. If you not see my man Jerome, you get wicked doing this thing, man. Big ups to him, showing us love. My man Jose showing us love, man. We can't wait to go to the Nas show. If you have tickets, do not miss it. It's gonna be an amazing show. Get your tickets, show your ID. If you not show your ID, you're not gonna get your tickets at will call. So we're gonna love the interview. We're gonna love to be a part of the movement, the energy. If you get a chance, come out to see your boy DJ Booker tonight at Steakhouse 9. DJing. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Special guest up in the house. My boy Frank hooked it up. We love you guys, man. Be a part of the movement, man. Be a part of the love.
I want to thank you so much for joining us today.
Be the Streets.
And
Check us out on Facebook, Instagram. Holla at your boy. See what we're doing next, man.
And
Peace.
I've enjoyed myself today. We've brought you the best of what we could do, the best of information, the best of music for indie artists. And show us some love by telling your friends to go to our page, Beat of the Street, BEATOFDSTREES, and